Okay, let me ask you this. What if there was an animal out there that had basically found the fountain of youth? Something that could, well, theoretically live forever. Sounds like science fiction, right?
It really does. But it's absolutely real.
We're talking about Turritopsis dohrnii, the immortal jellyfish.
That's the one. And it's this tiny, tiny creature, smaller than your pinky nail. But it pulls off something extraordinary. It just completely defies the normal life cycle we see everywhere else.
Right. So our mission today, let's unpack how this jellyfish does it, this incredible feat. What exactly is this creature? And, how does it manage this trick? Cheating death, essentially.
Well, okay, picture it. It's this little see-through bell, maybe some tentacles hanging down, just drifting in the ocean currents. It grows up, becomes an adult, reproduces like you'd expect. But then, and this is the key part, if it gets stressed out, say it's starving or gets injured or even just gets old, it does something unique. It effectively ages in reverse. Ages in reverse? How is that even possible biologically speaking? What's the mechanism?
No, it sounds wild. It's a process called transdifferentiation.
Transdifferentiation.
Right. It's pretty rare, actually, and very powerful. So the adult jellyfish, the swimming stage we call Medusa, when it's under stress, its cells, they can actually revert. They turn back into an earlier, less specialized state.
Wow. So what does that actually look like? Does it just sort of shrink?
It's quite traumatic, really. The main body, the bell, and the tentacles, they retract. They get absorbed back into the tissue, and the whole thing sinks down to the ocean floor, basically becoming this little blob, a cyst almost.
Like a blob.
Yeah. And from that blob, something amazing happens. A new polyp colony starts to grow. That's the juvenile stage, like a little stalk stuck on a rock. And that polyp then buds off new jellyfish, brand new medusae, genetically identical to the original adult. The cycle just restarts.
So the original jellyfish is kind of gone, but its genes just keep going. It gets a complete do-over. Is that the main theory then? It's like the ultimate survival strategy.
Yeah.
Just hit reset.
Exactly. That's the leading idea. It's a huge evolutionary plus. If things get bad or you're about to die, just, reset. Life isn't birth to death. It's more like a loop, a biological do-over, like you said.
Okay, so if it can theoretically live forever, does that mean there could be jellyfish out there that are like thousands of years old, just cycling through?
That's the fascinating part. Theoretically, yes, an individual Turritopsis could be ancient, but it's not invincible. Not at all. In the real ocean. They get eaten, fish, sea turtles, other predators munch on them all the time.
Yeah.
And they can get diseases, things the reset button just can't fix.
Right.
So while the biology allows for this potential immortality, the ocean is a tough place. Most don't actually achieve it.
Okay, that makes sense. It's an incredible ability, but not quite true immortality in practice.
Yeah.
So switching gears a bit, what does this mean for us? For human science?
Yeah.
This whole idea of cellular regeneration, maybe even reversing aging.
Oh, it's huge. It's really spurred a lot of research. Scientists are looking very closely at transdifferentiation because, the goal isn't really about making humans immortal. That's not the point.
Right.
It's about understanding how to reprogram our own cells. Think about heart attacks, damage to the heart muscle. What if we could prompt nearby healthy cells to, change jobs, to transform and repair that damage?
Wow. Okay, so what kind of applications are we talking about? Regenerating tissues, maybe? Treating diseases?
That's absolutely the hope. I mean, potential uses could be things like repairing damaged heart tissue, like I mentioned, or finding new ways to tackle neurodegenerative diseases, things like Parkinson's maybe, even spinal cord injuries, potentially. This little jellyfish, it gives us a natural example. It proves cell reprogramming on this scale is possible. The big challenge now is figuring out the precise genetic switches, the molecular triggers it uses, and then, crucially, seeing if we can somehow apply those principles safely in humans.
It's kind of mind-blowing that something smaller than your fingernail could hold clues to solving these massive human health problems.
It really is profound, isn't it? And I think this deep dive really highlights why, studying and protecting our oceans is so vital. You just never know. Sometimes the smallest, most unassuming creatures hold the biggest secrets. Makes you wonder what else is out there, hidden in plain sight, that could change everything, right?